merely by the devil. Wanted to read that line here for obvious reasons. Which, with respect unto some covenant made with man,
after Jesus was born in Bethlehem,
my dear friend Maha went out in the street and flagged down a random car and paid the guy to let us borrow his car for a little while. The only problem was it was the shittiest car you can imagine. And I was talking about how Golden Dawn is like a Society of Creative Anachronism, like nerd, play acting thing. And he said, but the spirits are real. And I was like, I mean, not really. It's something for me to reflect on. Do I really think that? Do I really believe that about myself, about the world, about Jesus? Oh, gotta get the angle and the lighting right. Make sure I'm not like too close to the... If you're watching it, you're watching it. I don't know why you're watching it, but... let me get into character. Oh Lord, thank you for my trials, for my pain, and for the opportunity to sacrifice so much in my humility. Number one. Right now, I am speaking to you from the single most air-polluted city on the planet Earth today. I mean, if you average all the days out in the year, it's only number 7 overall. But today and for the past few days, it's up there. Like it passed all the other cities on account of, as I mentioned before, the fires of Punjab. They're controlled fires, intentional fires. It's not like nobody's suffering up there. They're just making sure that they have a good crop next year, and we're suffering down here in Delhi. So, anyhow, a half hour of meditation every day in my lunch break at work in a private place in a corporate building, and here's a picture of that, or a few. Anyway, so then I decided to become a yoga teacher and quit my desk job, and I decided to reinvent myself. So I shaved my head, like you do, and went to Hollywood Boulevard. And I didn't know where, again, I was coming from Western Esoterica, and I had met yoga people. I was aware that they were a thing, but I wasn't part of the community. And so I walked down Hollywood Boulevard and walked into this like yoga looking place. They had like the big cloth hanging with an Om and Buddha and Shiva and stuff like that. So I walked in and they were playing this music, and I went up and I said, what is this music? And they said, Buddha Bar. And I later found out that's a series of albums. So this is the beginning of Buddha Bar 1. Anyway, I bought a pink shirt and white like sailor pants or something, and so bald me with pink shirt and white pants was the beginning of what could be termed that period of Pymander Aquarian's development, or mine, whatever. That was how I was dressed when I showed up on the first day for my yoga teacher training. Let's see if there's a picture of me in that outfit. Hopefully you just saw something. Anyway, one of my teachers, he passed away in 2014, and I know he would disapprove of me showing you that picture. I'm sorry, Gordon. I love you. I miss you very much. He once taught me not to think your thoughts or feel your feelings, but to observe. Previously on Chicken Philosophy, I'm going to be taking my driver test. I failed the driver's test. And so I took the test 2 days ago, I think, if not yesterday. No, it's 2 days ago on Friday, and passed.
Nice.
And now just recently, yay!
Yay! After 6 years, almost 6 years, just under 6 years of living in India, I finally have a car. Priyal and I got our first car. I mean, it's not my first car, it's my first car in India. Welcome. This is Chicken Philosophy, Meccan Revelations, part 11, in which we will continue reading Meccan Revelations by Ibn Arabi. As you can see, it's me, Gwydion. I think you'll never see me again. Fun, but we're going to pick up where books I'm reading on chicken philosophy. Anyway, this is part 11 of the pyramid. But anyway, and today, rather than learning go ahead the astral, I don't know. Something they say as above, so below, but I think things are shooting up. The answers to tier meetings. All right. Very nice. Hope everyone's doing well. You are not the doer. You are not the enjoyer. You are pure awareness, the witness of all things. You are without expectation, free. Wherever you go, be happy. Gwydion, are you here? I am, as it turns out. How have you been? I couldn't be better, to be honest. I'm doing great. Good. Well, that answers part of my question. So you left Chicken Philosophy about a month ago, and since then, myself and BT and Edward have been rotating. So you're over that whole thing with the British guy? I mean, I vaguely remember something about a British guy, but in the pyramid, it turns out every minute experience on Earth feels like an hour for me in the pyramid. So for you, it's been a month. For me, it's been closer to 5 years. Okay, in that case, I would like to call a meeting. Edward, BT, are you here as well? Ave, fratres. Hi, Pymander. I'll be right with you just as soon as I've had my coffee. Good to see everyone. Well, the thing is, I would like to ask Gwydion to come back and take my place in the rotation here on Chicken Philosophy. I'm okay with whatever everybody else decides. Yeah, what's happening? What's this about? For one thing, I don't think I fit really very well on Chicken Philosophy. No, you're perfect. You help define the tone it's like the dynamic. I think you add a certain special something to Chicken Philosophy that the rest of us don't. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not like fishing for you to convince me that I fit here. Maybe what it is Chicken Philosophy doesn't really fit with me at this time. Okay. Once Edward's dad came in the room to say goodnight, and in the background his mom said, "He's asleep. Don't wake him up." Dad left, and an indistinct argument began in the next room. From his crib, though unable to articulate it verbally, Edward knew that both of them were somehow unaware of something which he knew was obvious, too obvious, really, and easily overlooked. We are here. We exist. All of this is happening. Stop your clicking. I know you're frozen. That's not part of the... That's me talking to this infernal machine. Stop making noises, please. I'm trying to have a moment here. Years later, when he was about 6 years old, Edward looked around and saw no other human being. Only the mailbox, the trees, the street, the house behind him, and the neighbors' houses. Knowing it was taboo, he walked to the middle of the street, laid down on his back, and closed his eyes. In that moment, with the rush of adrenaline, he remembered that day in his crib, and the two moments connected in the sharp lucidity of present-time awareness. We are here. We exist. This is all really happening. Edward made a promise to himself then that he would remember this more often and stop getting so distracted by all the many small things arranging and rearranging in the world of the senses, social dynamics, ego, and so on. He felt that these 2 moments of lucid presence and awareness had been too few and far between, and needed to happen more often, until one day the moment would be ongoing and never stop.